There are times in a person's life that cause them to ponder the state of their existence. Perhaps their high school graduation, their first love, their first time using a toothpaste that just really doesn't taste good, the birth of their first child, or their first encounter with a McNugget, or the time that Taylor Swift released an entire movie just to promote her new album. Today I'm here to answer a question that many of you may be asking yourselves. It's a question that's as old as last week, maybe the week before that. Will the show be Girl? At 2:30 p.m. on October 5th, 2025, my wife Becca and I were off to the theater. A sense of urgency was in the air as we asked ourselves, what will we learn from this movie? We were incredibly eager to discover the transformative insights that we knew this movie would provide. Our impatience was overwhelming, so naturally we made a quick stop at a pumpkin patch where I discovered this unusually large blackberry. That wasn't all though, because very soon after I discovered an unusually large pumpkin, followed by an unusually large zucchini. I think, or maybe it's a gourd. I don't really know what this is. After washing down the sheer size of those things with an unusually small latte, we made it to the theater to discover extra guardrails set up specifically for all the Taylor Swift fans. It was around this time that morale really started to drop for Becca, because to be honest, she really did not want to go to this with me. I kind of forced her to come along. But don't worry, because the Dude Perfect popcorn bucket really cheered her up, and things were great after that. On the way to our theater, we discovered that there was not one, not two, not three, but 4 different theaters dedicated just to showing this movie. So I bought these tickets the second they were announced because I was like, oh my gosh, I can make a video out of this. But when I bought them, they were almost already sold out weeks ahead of time, which I think just shows you the sheer volume of this movie. But after about 30 minutes worth of anticipation, we made it into the theater. And after sitting down with my unusually large soft drink, we were ready to immerse ourselves into the life of a showgirl. So going into this movie, to be honest, I essentially had no clue what it was or what I was getting myself into. And to be honest, if it wasn't for this YouTube channel, I probably never would have even known that it existed, let alone gone to it. And I would imagine that a lot of you are in the same boat. So I'm going to explain this movie to you, and I'm going to explain how kind of odd it is. So this little brand that I've created here does not allow me to be overly harsh about things or overly judgmental about things. But Becca has no such obligations. So because of that, I would like to start by sharing a few quotes of hers that she shared on the drive home. Okay, was it that bad? According to me, no. But let me explain. So this movie starts with a giant clock, and it's ticking down, right? Really heavily so. It's going 9, 8, 7. And this entire time I'm thinking, what is it going to count down to? Are we going to get a music video? Is it going to be a live performance? Is it going to be Taylor Swift talking to us? I will say, though, that the last thing that I would have guessed was a Target ad, because that's what we get at the end of the countdown. It's a Target ad. Could you maybe have played that before the countdown? Like, was it really worth a whole countdown? I don't know, maybe I'm being nitpicky, but right after that, we see Taylor for the first time, and she thanks us for coming, and she talks about how much this album means to her, and so forth and so on. It's a standard intro, it's fine. So from here on out, the movie is essentially 3 things. The first is that it's a bunch of lyric videos, which are now available on YouTube. 2 is a bunch of behind-the-scenes footage of her making the Fate of Ophelia music video. And then 3, it's the Fate of Ophelia music video, which was not available publicly at the time, but has since been released on YouTube as well. So all 3 of these things are very interesting, so I'm going to talk about them individually. So to start with the lyric videos, because that was the biggest portion of this movie, I will say that it felt very odd to sit in a movie theater with a bag of popcorn and just watch lyric videos for an hour. And I guess that's more on me for just buying tickets to this, but it kind of just felt like you were sitting in your living room and like one of your friends was just showing you all of his favorite songs for an hour, which is cool, but that's just like kind of weird for a movie theater. These videos, though, did allow us to read about Travis Kelce's unusually large appendage on the big screen, though. So I guess that's cool. I I don't know. The lyric videos themselves, though, I do think are a little low quality to be shown in a movie theater. Like, 2 of the videos are very clearly filmed on an iPhone in portrait, and you can tell they just extended them out to support lyrics. My personal theory is that they filmed all these in portrait for the Spotify video things, and then we're just like, we can turn these into lyric videos, which I guess that's fine. Once again, they're just lyric videos, but you know, when people are paying $40, $60 to see this in theaters, you think you would like make the lyric videos a little extra special or shoot some things specifically for those lyric videos, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Nevertheless, before each lyric video, we get these uncut, unedited talking heads from Taylor where she explains each song and why the song is important to her and her inspiration behind writing it, and I actually really liked this part. The commentary felt authentic, and she provided insights that were genuinely insightful. I'll talk about this more in depth in my review of the actual album, but these talking heads did change my perspective on the especially cringy songs on the album. Like, those songs are still especially cringy, don't get me wrong, but like at least I understand her perspective now, and I feel like I was able to pick out some redeeming qualities for those songs. The next largest chunk of the movie is all the behind the scenes footage of her filming the Fate of Ophelia. There's not really much to say about this because it's kind of just like what it sounds like. It's just a bunch of behind the scenes footage on a soundstage, which is cool. That is fun to see. But I think my biggest takeaway was that it was somewhat humanizing for Taylor Swift for me. This is probably my fault, but historically I've kind of seen Taylor Swift as this kind of blank celebrity person that doesn't really have a visible personality and is just kind of there. And once again, maybe that's just my fault for not looking into her interviews or watching more of her. But the behind the scenes footage kind of helps me see that Taylor Swift is just this kind of dorky person that really likes reading old books and then writes songs inspired by the old books that she reads. And you know, I can respect that, it's sweet. Probably my biggest takeaway from the movie though is the music video. And that's not because of the music video itself. Like the video is fine, it's fun, it's whatever, but it's more of the placement of the music video in the movie. To give you an idea of the pacing of the movie, they basically play 2 to 3 lyric videos, then they take a break to show you some behind the scenes footage of like one of the shots in the music video. And then after that shot is finished, they show you 2 to 3 more lyric videos, and then they just rinse and repeat until the end of the movie, where after they filmed the entire music video, they show you the music video. So it's kind of this like satisfying climax after watching the music video being built for the whole movie. But the interesting thing in all that is that they play the music video at the beginning of the movie, right after the Target ad, actually. What ended up happening, at least for me, is that when we finally get to this climax where we finally get to see the music video and it's gonna be great and we get to see everything that we've made, instead of it feeling like this climactic moment, it's just like I have to watch this again after all those lyric videos, really? And this all just comes back to that Target ad. Not only did you ruin the climax of this movie by putting the climax at the beginning of the movie, but you interrupted the climactic countdown to the first music video showing with a Target ad. Like, dude, come on. Do I need to make this movie for you? Because I would like to. Actually, please. I would actually really enjoy that. So I've done a lot of complaining about this movie, but I want to say one thing. I think this movie is genius. I'm serious. I think this movie is genius. And the reason I say that is that this movie took virtually no effort or no money. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but like, think about it. She was already gonna make the music video. She was already gonna make the lyric videos. So all that she had to do was just film some really quick and easy behind the scenes footage while she was filming the music video. She was already gonna film a 20-minute talking head where she provides some insight into some of the songs, edit it all together very easily, and then you're done and you have a movie, and it made $33 million. Like, I could be wrong, but I can't imagine this movie costing any more than $100,000, if even that, to make. Because sure, the music video is expensive, but once again, you were already gonna make that. The lyric videos were like dirt cheap. I could have made those. And so the only real expense was maybe like renting the camera to film those little talking heads and then filming the intro on your iPhone. And then like, you're done, dude. That's it. So this cost nothing. Took barely any time, and you made $33 million extra dollars. So like, that's genius. It's genius. So guys, that's my review of the iPhone settings app. I hope that this provided more insight into how to best optimize and customize your iPhone for your best personal usage. If you liked that advice, please feel free to subscribe. Maybe like the video, maybe comment even, and I would love to provide more tips and tricks for your iPhone in the future. Thank you very much, and this has been the Reasonable Music Review.